What was the story?
What?
What was the story?
All right, listen, my homie, he wants me to model for him, but he has a clothing brand. So in that way, so it's more like t-shirts and sweaters and like hats. So yeah, I'll have like a professional photographer take photos of me and shit. So that's what I was talking about. Have I ever modeled for somebody? Nah. I mean, I've done shit on cam, but never did a model, you know.
You said I've done shit on cam.
Took you from the hood and I could never give you back. With your sexy ass speaking Spanish when you mad. But I just wanna let you know that someone loves you back. We might have our back and forth, but I love.
You want to elaborate?
Private scenes.
Oh, gotcha.
Private movies. For me and myself, and pretty much that's it.
Oh, okay. Cool. That's cool. Well, if you guys haven't noticed already, this is a dose of reality. My name is Blake Steele. We got 2 guests in here today, returning guests, reoccurring guests. We got Trevor Blake and Trucker Mike.
What's up, YouTube?
Thanks, everybody, for joining us this week. So, what have you guys been doing, man? What's going on? What's new and exciting?
I've been driving this truck.
Yeah?
Making this money.
Yeah?
Yeah, oh yeah.
How you feeling about these gas prices going up?
It's taking a chunk out of my pocket. I know that for sure. And everyone else's pocket. Once we start to see diesel start coming down, then the rest of the prices will come down.
Okay.
I guarantee that.
Okay.
That price hike is getting passed along to everyone. It's not just the truckers feeling.
Yeah.
It's everybody.
Shit. I mean, I feel it, man. I used to be able to put, $25, $30 in my car and get a full tank, and now it's more like $70.
Bro, I'm putting at least fucking 80 something, and that's because I got premium gas.
Yeah, but you have premium, though. That was a decision.
I can't complain about gas, though. I'm one of those people. I know there's people out there that are like, fuck gas. I don't give a shit. Honestly, though, if they like do a 10 gallon, then I'm gonna be worried. I'm gonna be like, all right, 10 a gallon. Like, damn, all right, let me not go to like fucking down to Chicago for this weekend. Let me just like.
Well, I mean, you could go down to Chicago and still pay the same gas prices as up here at this point.
So I live in Wisconsin, bro. So
yeah, but see, that's the worst part, though. You go right over the border. And you start seeing gas prices being almost the same as the ones in Illinois. That's how you know it's fucked up.
Yeah, it's tragic out here. Not. I mean, shit, bro. It is what life's what you make it, right? Because like I was just talking to my mom. She knows somebody that owns a gas station, and they're saying that they're getting prepared for double digits. Plus, the news also released that. So supposedly in June, it should be skyrocketing almost up to $8. Supposedly. So that would be crazy if it was $8 a gallon. But at the same time, bro, like you live in land, bro. At least we're not fucking at a war right now.
Well, I mean, we are, but not us.
With us.
Right.
Because we're Americans and we don't give a fuck. Well, we do. I'm sorry. We do give a fuck, but you know what I'm saying.
I don't think we give a fuck.
I feel like a lot of Americans don't give a shit until it's here. Like, if it's here, it's like, we give a fuck.
Kind of like when COVID first started.
Yeah.
When everybody was seeing all those videos in China.
Yeah.
And they were just like, guys in gas mask suits. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck? everybody always says this. I listen to so many different podcasts and people talking in general, especially doing what I do, and they're like, what the fuck happened to COVID? I'm like, bro, I don't know. It's in Illinois still, though. Like, you walk into a store, everybody got masks on still sometimes.
Yeah. They still have the free COVID testing, too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. When I drive down to the city, people are still masked up, just walking on the street.
Yeah. Just fucking weirdos. Like, why are you walking around in 7-degree weather with a mask on?
No, I think the funniest.
They're like, they're up to something.
Yeah, right. They're hiding, bro. That's what it is. Yeah. He said, low key, like, I'm fucked up right now. This acid started kicking. I feel like I don't want nobody to see me and shit. I'm tripping.
I think the funniest thing is when you see people in their cars by themselves with masks on.
Yeah, I feel like those are Ubers though. Like,
I really don't feel like those are Ubers though.
Nah, you don't think they just picking up random people?
No, I think they're thinking that they're gonna get like air pathogens through their air conditioner and shit.
Hey, I wonder if they do it in their house. That's what I always thought. I'm like, are you in your house alone with a mask? Like, you masking up in your house, homie?
Probably.
Making pancakes and sausage.
Probably.
You just like, hey, you know what? This sausage might be contaminated by some Asian man down in Asia, and it could have got shipped here.
Imagine living like that.
Yeah.
Everything is fear.
That's like the what is it, chorophobia, that bacteria, like when you're like just scared of germs, or I mean, is that like a condition? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
I forgot what the fuck that was, but I
Like when
feel
you're literally like
like Cat in
scared
the
of-
Hat. In the Cat in the Hat, you know where the Cat in the Hat what he said. I feel like there was a voice in my head that said lube, but he doesn't say lube. He goes germs. And like squirts his fucking head. It's like when she went to touch him
I know
and
what
shit.
you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
I don't know why,
played
but I
that,
thought
Jim
he was
Carrey?
like
Was that-
lube.
Was that Jim Carrey that played that guy?
Nah, bro, that was just some fucking weird dude.
No, you don't know who played Cat in the Hat?
Nah,
I swear it was Jim Carrey.
Nah, cause it was like I'm talking about the dude that worked at the kid's mom's, like he was their boss.
Oh, okay.
In a little thing, and and he was like, "You're fired."
I know
what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about now. Jesus.
Yeah.
Jeez.
But I don't know what the fuck that's called, bro. Like when people are afraid of germs. That's like low key me. Like every time I touch my car keys, I put hand sanitizer on.
Isn't it just germaphobe?
I think it is a germaphobe.
If I got hand sanitizer on, I'm passing that shit out like it's a Molly or something. Like I'm like, yo, you want some hand sanitizer, bro? They're like, yeah.
Let's get into some shit, man. You guys been keeping up with the Amber Turd and Johnny Depp trial?
I mean, my clients do. All my clients talk
So
about
I mean,
it.
you've heard about it then.
Dude, I mean, honestly, bro, like at least 3 times a week I hear about it from my clients and I learn something new.
So what I'm saying is, I'm asking perception-wise.
Basically, like Amber, she took a shit on his bed, supposedly.
No,
and-
I'm asking like, what's your? No, I'm not. Yeah, she did take a shit on his bed. That was stated. But I'm asking like, what do you think about the situation?
I think that Johnny Depp is a Gemini and I'm a Gemini, and I think my ex, her name was Amber, and I think I have similarities to what's going on with Johnny Depp.
So that's how you connect the dots.
Yeah, that's how I connect the dots. So
All right,
shout
Mike,
out Johnny.
Mike, what do you think
I'm
about
on your
it?
team, bro, Captain Jack.
I think dude has blown more than 50 million in his life. So
What, with lawsuits?
just his lifestyle.
Cocaine.
I mean,
No, I'm just kidding.
14 places in the hills of Hollywood. I don't know. Just that's a wild lifestyle, which I know nothing about. But
Yeah, but what do you think about the reflection on the trial itself? Because he's suing.
distraction.
But yeah, no, I could see how it's a distraction, but I'm saying like he's essentially suing Amber Turd for defamation of character. And I mean, now all these things are kind of spiraling from that. I mean, not only previously did he get kicked off the role of Jack Sparrow for the Pirates of the Caribbean, but now because this trial is going on, they're trying to petition Amber Turd to get off of Aquaman, because she's, they don't want her to play in Aquaman anymore after all these things have come out. Like, who do you think's right in this situation?
All of my clients are going for Johnny Depp. I mean, I would probably say that for me, bro, like I don't really focus on shit like this, but I do find it kind of peculiar on how like something will happen to a celebrity and then they'll release something like after that, right? It's almost like, okay, Pete Davidson, right? With Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
Now it's kind of like in the shadows now, because now Johnny Depp.
Well, I haven't even seen Pete like perform in anything after that. Actually, I haven't seen him do any stand up.
He is. He's going crazy on SNL, bro.
No,
He's
he
got
doesn't work for
commercials
SNL
now.
anymore.
Nah.
No, he
Okay.
does. This is new news.
Oh. No, Kardashian just dropped another series just now. Like
so what
last
do you think
month.
he's gonna be part of
That's
that
why.
show? He's gonna be part of that
Well,
show.
that's why. Yeah, he's in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kinda
I mean, they
Kanye
talk
was.
about him. I don't watch it, but like that's what happened. It was like it went from Kim and Pete, and then boom, they dropped a new fucking series, bro. And now everybody wants to fucking know what's going on with Travis Barker and Courtney.
Right.
So I feel like the media definitely does
Did
have
you-
like a plot on people, like to just like Mike said, like distract people.
Did you hear that? Who is it? It's Chloe. Who just married Travis Barker?
Courtney.
Courtney.
Yeah.
So she had posted something. So she's like trying to get like pregnant now by Travis. So she wants to boost up her fertility rates. So she posted something about how she's like swallowing all Travis's cum to boost her fertility.
Yeah, all y'all ladies out there,
Whatever
swallow
the fuck it's
cum.
called.
Like, do what you gotta do.
Fertility rates.
Get it done. Like, fucking.
I just don't know if
totally
that's
2000 and fucking never. Like, just don't do it.
Do you think that's something? Do you think that's something that would boost your fertility rates?
All right, listen. I'm not talking about like hooking up with a chick. I mean, maybe. But listen, if you got a girlfriend, dude, do justice to your man, because that's all you got, right? Unless you got side hoes.
I guess.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't think anyone's right in this trial.
Okay.
I really don't think anyone's right. Relationships get messy, especially when there's
Millions of dollars.
and codependencies going on. It's just unfortunate that it's out in the open like this.
Yeah, it's crazy how it's being broadcasted on everything too.
That's what makes me think it's just, hey, pay attention over here. Look over here.
I feel like a
It's
bunch.
something that doesn't really
Aliens.
I feel like a bunch of little things. A bunch of little things, like not little but minor in retrospect, are happening right now to just kind of cover up something that's gonna be big. That's gonna happen. I feel like there's a lot of little things happening right now,
Well,
and I don't know
what
necessarily.
do you think is gonna happen?
With what?
What do you think is gonna happen in the next 5 years? We already got a metaverse. People are already going on fucking dates in the metaverse.
Right.
They're linking up through virtual reality. People are already buying properties through that. People are spending billions of dollars on NFTs.
Yeah, but NFTs, if you haven't seen, they took a huge plummet recently.
They're
And so did
stocks,
crypto.
basically. It's always going to do that. But
No, because they're non-fungible
did
tokens.
you see that thing on Facebook? It wasn't even on Facebook only, but it was an article that obviously linked to Facebook. So I'm not just getting all my info from Facebook, because that's for fucking trolls out there. But
Keep
listen,
talking. I'm gonna walk.
it
off.
says something about people like basically in the near future being able to take their consciousness and upload it to the metaverse and live forever through the fucking
I
metaverse.
have heard about that.
Why the fuck? It makes me think like, are we in the Matrix? Like, bro, I'm gonna have Neo come at me next time I'm like fucking in a meditative state, and he's gonna be like, "Are you ready to find out the truth?" Like, you feel like that would be
Right,
something that you'd be up for, bro? Like going to a metaverse reality and just say fuck dying, or
No, not at all. Because that's not real life.
What, uploading your
Consciousness.
consciousness,
It was
your
for like
internal hard drive?
dude, it was only for like, I don't know if it was for. I don't know if I read this right. I'm sure you can look it up. It was an article and everything on that, but I think it was like $200,000 you can do it. Some bullshit like that. Upload your consciousness to the metaverse. You want to become? I mean, we're basically cyborgs already, bro. I mean, how many?
I know Elon Musk came out with a statement when they were asking him what he was doing with like the AI projects and stuff like that, the artificial intelligence, and he was saying that as he's going through the studies, there's no really accurate way of producing more. Like, so they've already established it. They can already establish like an AI.
Yeah.
And in just about anything, but he was saying that progressing with it is going to take time because of the fact that they are developing their own consciousness.
Well, the thing is like this too. You know what causes most anxiety with human beings? Our phones.
Yeah.
People are fucking connected as shit to your phone. Can you go all day without your phone, bro?
What, on a business level or just on a personal
Just
level?
on dude, if you knew everything was gonna be okay,
Could I go all day without my phone?
you had your kid with you, you had your girl with you, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, but you knew that like you had to go without your phone all day. Can you do it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't think you get anxious?
No.
I would. You
No,
know
I don't
why?
get anxious.
Cause I got fucking people hitting my shit about money.
But see, that's what I'm saying.
like,
On a business aspect, if I'm close to my phone for business wise, that's
Yeah.
I feel like that's different. But on a personal level, I don't really need to use my phone. Like I don't really scroll through shit anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean,
unless
for
I'm
me
posting
personally,
something
I like
or
being,
something for the business.
Yeah, I like being on Instagram because my Instagram is all full of tattoo artists.
Right.
So I like being connected to people that do what I do. people that can support me,
But
companies.
you're
that
educating
get
yourself
sponsored
based
by.
off of it.
Yeah, it's educating. So it's not like I'm with it for bullshit, but yeah, bro, there's times where like at night now, like I'll turn my phone on airplane mode. I'll do fucking.
I think it's so
do
funny.
not disturb.
Because you put it on Do Not Disturb, and sometimes just
When
to
you
fuck
text
with
me,
him,
it says do not disturb. Right?
it'll say Do Not Disturb, but I'll text him anyway, and it'll be like, do you want to make this urgent? And I'd be like, yes. And even if it's something
and it's
so
7 in the
stupid,
fucking morning, and he has no idea what I went through last night. I
know
probably
what
was fucking up until 3 a.m. Couldn't sleep. Finally, just fell asleep, and then out of nowhere, it's fucking the TikTok. It's a fucking TikTok. I'm like,
bro,
it's 7
bro.
o'clock in the morning.
I just think it's funny. I think it's funny because first of all, you're gonna go right back to sleep.
Has
Second
he
of
ever
all,
done that to you, bro?
I'm like, second of all, there's no reason to stay up till 3 a.m. like that anyway. So
TikToks at 7 in the morning. It's cool when you're taking a dump, but when you just waking up, you like, really, bro? It's like, really? And then you can't go back to sleep. Because then you got a little voice in your head that says, open the TikTok.
open the TikTok.
You're like, open the TikTok. You're like, man.
It's getting crazy out here with everything going on with all these shootings, man, and all these school shootings. My condolences to Texas and on behalf of A Dose of Reality, but what do you guys think? You know what I mean? What are you guys thinking about that?
I mean, yeah, me too, man. Like, my prayers go out to them as well. I don't think that there's much that we could really do other than like lock down shit even more, which sucks for kids, bro, because people just are so already anxious since COVID happened. I mean, anxiety, medication, prescriptions have been fucking through the roof since COVID.
But what are we gonna do? Are we gonna have metal detectors at every school and search people for guns? I mean, do you think?
Probably how we're gonna.
But no, but I mean, I'm not saying that's a bad idea. What I am saying though is that are they gonna use law enforcement to do that? You know what I mean? You know what I mean though? Like, are they actually is the state gonna pay for something like that?
Nowadays, bro, like, is it safe to go to a concert?
Dude, it's
Is
not
it
even
sa-
safe to
is
go
it
to a
safe to go
bar
to
anymore.
school?
It's not even safe to go to a bar anymore. It doesn't
Bro,
even
it's
matter
not
where
even
you are.
safe to go to the beach anymore. Last fucking week I went to the beach, bro. Dude fucking had a gun on, fucking, and was trying to fucking rob me and my friend.
I know, you were telling me about
He was
that.
like, you want a shot of this Hennessy bottle? Dude had fucking 2 guns and shit. We were just walking by, and fucking my friend Devin was like, fucking, like, what's up? And he was like, come here real quick. Dude had a fucking gun, bro. Like, fucking, I'm like, we just walked away. Luckily, we got away and shit. But it's like, that's in Kenosha.
Right.
By the fucking lighthouse where all these families and kids and elderly people go, and there's people on bullshit. They're just chilling. Like,
That
you
was the
never
beach?
know. Yeah, you never know, bro. Like, nowadays, people be on some shit. So it's like, do you live in fear or do you just live your fucking life? Like, but for the kids,
Kenosha's
though,
getting really bad though. It's getting really bad.
it's been bad. But once the riots hit, yeah, it's.
But I
fucking
feel like
bad.
there's a difference between like Waukegan, Zion, and Kenosha. I feel like once you start getting to the more gang populated areas, people aren't going to be on dirt with you unless they have beef with you previously.
It's not even just that, bro. It's just people just sick of being like fucking just cooped up or whatever. Just psychos. Like, because you got to understand, Wisconsin, you could be 18 years old and go buy a fucking gun.
I know, that's
21
ridiculous.
years old, you can go get a fucking rifle. And then you could get your fucking conceal and carry. Illinois, you have to go through a FOI. You have to go through a lot of classes. Bro, literally, right now, if I just turned 18, I had nothing on my record, okay? Go to the firearm store, buy a fucking pistol with an ID. That's it. That's how fucking easy it is to get a gun. You know what I mean? So it's like, it is what it is, bro. But at the end of the day, for the kids at school, like, dude, I don't know. I'd be shitting my pants, honestly. I mean, honestly, bro, I got a 4-year-old sister. I got an 8-year-old brother. I got a 17-year-old sister. You know what I mean? So they're going to have to go through this shit, whatever's going to happen with the schools, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So it is what it is. You know what I mean? It's like, it sucks, like, fucking, but I think that's the whole, like, graphing of everything together. I think it's like a school shooting every week now.
It's too normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it's every week, but yeah,
I think it's like
getting
every other
It's
week
getting
or every
close.
week, bro.
It's getting
Seems
close.
Like the flag is always at half step. Like if I drive around and I see the flag, it's always at half step.
Yeah.
And I just don't know why anymore. But it's because something like this happens all the time. It seems like it.
Yeah.
More and more.
It's getting closer and closer.
I think we can, like, us as humans, we all have like a choice on what we want to look at as our reality. So, you know, I've always known people. I'm sure even in the 1800s, there was people just stressing. You know what I mean? Just fucking plague man, the fucking this, the fucking that. But let's be honest, like at least we don't have masks like that no more. Okay, at least we don't have to have vaccine fucking cards to go to a goddamn aquarium. You know, it's getting kind of better slowly. We're kind of getting back to normal.
ISO is finally home. 30,000 feet up green, taken to the dome. Either I blunt it up or take a few hits out the bong. I was gon' talk to the priest, but I just put it in this song.
All right. So if you guys didn't notice, Kid ISO is not here today. He's in Indiana, living it up in Evansville.
Shout out to Kid ISO.
Yeah, he's out there.
Shouts out to Aaron.
Hey, Ron. I'm just waiting for him to laugh. He's a giggle monster over there.
Yo, I'm not a giggle monster. I'm a giggle machine.
A machine.
I'm here for your voice.
Did you guys see that the New Mexico wildfire right now?
No.
It was supposed to be a controlled burn,
Okay.
and it just got completely out of hand, and now it's a complete mess. And
What, they can't stop it
Just
now?
No.
working motherfuckers?
No.
Damn.
so, I mean, do you think that that's a good way? I know it's getting backlash right now, controlled burns, but I think they're necessary.
They do controlled burns just about everywhere, though. They do them
Right.
here as well. They do them in drier states like California.
Right.
I mean, when it comes to like indigenous and foreign like plant life that is kind of like overrunning, I mean, you have to do something with that. You know what I mean? And then the simplest way would be to burn that. So I don't think that's an issue, but I mean, for them to let it get out of control is kind of like who's, you know what I mean? Like, who's responsible for that situation, and who did they hire to do this controlled burn?
I think it's the forests are neglected over time, and there's so much dead fuel laying there that we don't have the resources to clean it up properly, and it turns into this.
That's nuts.
What do you guys think about premium Snapchats and OnlyFans?
Oh, we're talking about that now.
I don't know how the hell I got there.
Those are two things that I'm unfamiliar with.
You've never heard about OnlyFans?
I have heard of it, but I don't really know.
I think that, okay, so I think
Whatever.
the concept of the question was is do you think that like it's wrong that people are doing that, or you know what I mean, or that it's okay?
So, like, I was asking basically, like, what do you guys think about premium and OnlyFans? Because basically, a lot of people that I know are doing it right now, and now a lot of guys are starting to get into it. Basically, what's going on is like, say you like a celebrity, right? She decides that she wants to sell like sexual photos of herself. She gets her OnlyFans. She makes her own price, and you buy it, and then yada yada.
Okay.
But what's been going on a lot recently is a lot of girls that I know, went to school with, know personally, are doing OnlyFans and premium Snapchat and basically selling pictures of themselves for very low amount of money. I mean, some of these girls sell pictures of their fucking vagina the same price as a Subway footlong. And that could potentially be a girlfriend of yours one day. Like, or obviously, like, in that sort of like, speak.
So then
what would you say to that, or how do you feel about that if you were dating a girl that had an OnlyFans or a premium Snapchat? Because me personally, I don't think my girlfriend's vagina is worth $30 or $100. I don't even. That's a lot of people seeing my girl's vagina. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of girls are ranking in a lot of money with that shit, and I guess if you want to sell your body and sell your image, I mean, you can, but I want to know what you guys think about it, because I definitely have, like, my thoughts about it, because I tattoo plenty of girls that have premium Snapchats and OnlyFans, and I also tattoo a lot of dancers, you know, girls that dance at exotic clubs and shit like that, you know, bottle girls and stuff, and I definitely support the hustle, like, for sure, but it comes down to it. Am I a hypocrite? Because if I was dating this girl and she was doing it, I feel like, yes, I wouldn't be okay with that. So I don't think I would date a girl with the OnlyFans. Bro.
So the question is that would you be exclusive with somebody
Right.
that has a premium Snapchat or an OnlyFans.
I even have people that I know that make an OnlyFans. They have like dudes I know, they got OnlyFans with their girl, and they tell me like while I'm doing tattoos on them, whatever, they're like, yeah, me and my girl make videos, but we don't show face, yada yada. Or I don't show my face. I'm thinking, Brody, I got tattoos all over me.
Right.
Like if I do an OnlyFans, like it's over with, bro. Everybody gonna know who I'm fucking like. So for me personally,
You can use like a costume.
but still, bro, it's like I don't think I would be okay with that with my girl. So like, or whatever circumstance it is, bro, honestly, like that's not my type. Now, I know there's a lot of guys out there, especially people that's probably gonna end up watching this, that disagree. So I want to know what you guys got to think about that. Like, what you guys think? Like, if you were dating somebody.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it all depends on how it goes. If she was upfront and honest about it right off the bat, or hey, this is something in my past, not something I'm actively doing. It depends on how the conversation goes, how committed she is to it. I mean, who am I to knock someone's hustle, how they're getting their money?
The thing is, you're dating this chick.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody you know and you're close to could be subscribing to her,
Right.
beating off to your girl.
Yeah, I mean, you can't stop.
And you don't even know.
I think
that could be going on right now, though. You could walk in the streets and somebody could be doing that.
Yeah, right.
I think
but then they all know your girl like that. It's like, cause for me, I'm a protective person, right? Like when I got my girl, I'm like holding her hand. I'm like if I'm doing trips, I vacation a lot. If I had like a girl with me on vacation, which I've dated plenty of girls, and I should do that. I'm like my girl in bikini. I'm like, what's up? Like y'all can look, like
Coming on with me,
cover yourself. Like I'll you my girl, So it's like, but at that point, it's like, hey, I seen your girl's pussy. You know what I mean?
I think that on a personal level, if women want to do that with their body and are okay with the repercussions that come with it, that's cool. That's like to me, that's cool. But that's also saying in a standpoint that like I'm never gonna be exclusive with somebody like that. And I mean somebody like that because I feel like it takes a lot of compromising and like self-talk to be able to convince yourself that that's like morally okay. Yeah. In that sense, like it's not like they're really professional when they're doing stuff like that, because I see like a lot of things like even like scrolling like and Aaron has showed me and stuff like that, like people like trying to do all this crazy shit on Instagram. Like Instagram is like now porn, you know what I mean? Like you can't scroll through anything unless you see something. And I think personally that if you're willing to compromise your morals for something like that on your own regard, that's cool. But if you also realize too that people are not going to accept that, like in a sense, now that you want to get serious with somebody, you know what I mean? Like some people may have no problem with that. Me personally, they could do whatever they want to do. That's cool. Get your hustle on. Yeah. But I'm never going to be exclusive with somebody like that, ever.
I just wonder how they're feeling inside. Like you said, how are they convincing themselves that this is legitimate and it's not just like some amateur porn, basically?
It's crazy too, cause it's like.
But imagine how many sincerely though, imagine how many minors could potentially be on something like that too.
Or watching that, yeah.
Or watching that, you know what I mean? So it's just like now, we're getting to a whole nother level of compromise.
Everything's over sexualized as it is, anyways.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, this is.
Well, here's the thing too. It's like we don't give a fuck about shit until it starts affecting us personally. Like we were talking about the war.
Right.
Right. I've been to a strip club many times. Mm-hmm. Okay. Because I know girls that strip there. Because I tattoo them. And I would fucking just bring a lot of people with the group. And we go crazy and we have a great time. Okay? I'm sure you guys have been to a strip club before. Okay? But that is somebody's daughter, girlfriend, sister, cousin, mom. That's somebody's world. So in that aspect, it's like, how do you feel about it then? See, me, I still personally don't give a fuck. Because if my family members or anybody I know, like, I don't even want to say it like that, but if there's somebody that I know closely, right, they choose to do it, I can't force them. Because I know how it was when I was growing up. It's like, you know, I'm going to fucking do whatever the fuck I want to do, and I don't give a shit what anybody says.
Yeah.
So all you got to do is love people for them. You got to accept people for them, right? But then again, with getting intimate with somebody, I'm straight. Like, I just don't think that I'm wanting a girl that's for everybody. Yeah. And that's, like, totally chill for me, because it doesn't mean that all the other people out there in the world's got to be cool with them. Like,
yeah, I think,
you know,
most definitely, like, my pride would get in the way with something like that.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. Because
there's a lot of objectification going on there. I mean, it just, I think it dehumanizes people. I really do.
Yeah, lust is, like, huge. Like, lust is everywhere, bro. Like, as females nowadays, like, you don't really gotta, I mean, shit. I'm gonna be smooth with what I say.
Yeah, let's not even go there.
I'm gonna be smooth. Because I'll tell you what, like, man, bro, like, dude, there are some women out there that will not sell their body. They will not do anything sexual, and they're fucking rich as shit, and they made a fucking shit ton of money, right. And they are great people.
So when you say that though, it's almost like doing the premiums and the OnlyFans is kind of like a potential easy way out, like a scapegoat.
Yeah, like, you know, like how some people are like fucking like, all right, I'm not making any money, I lost my job, like fucking, I'm gonna drive for Uber.
Yeah.
You know, like, okay, you're gonna drive your car for Uber and be self-employed. Mm-hmm. That's totally fine. Okay, but yeah, for sure. Like,
you know who tried breaking something down to me was Robert Winter on his episode. This last episode, he was saying something about how he's perfectly okay with all, like, the OnlyFans and, like, no. I think the question was, is OnlyFans and stuff like that, is that prostitution? And then his example was, because Aaron had asked him the question, his example was, no, it's not prostitution because, like, a waitress does the same thing. And it's like, wait, like, I've never...
A waitress doesn't do
That's
the
what I'm
same
saying.
thing.
That's exactly what his example was.
That's like saying that I'm a fucking prostitute. Because what I do for a living is I sell myself. Right. I sell myself to people. I sell my art. And I, in a way, convince people to get tattooed by me. They are then convinced that they can trust me. I do a tattoo on them. And I literally, like, did what I said I was going to do.
Right.
From then on, now I have their trust. Now they're my clientele.
Right.
So selling yourself is definitely not like prostitution.
Right.
So
I was just
OnlyFans,
right, but I was just saying
like prostitution.
Right. Yeah. I was just referring to that because I thought it was kind of comical how.
Most of the time, together. What do you think about Rihanna? Sexy, right?
Well,
what do you think?
I think she's
sexy as fuck, right?
Yeah.
She sold her lust. A lot of women sell lust, as so do men.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's more of a charm. As us as human beings, there's not more genders than just male and female, bro. It's just us. Mm-hmm. That's it. It's just fucking guys and girls. For all people and things that live on this earth, there's two dualities. That's it, bro. That's where the good and evil shit came from. The sun and the moon. All animals have two genders, bro. There's not a third gender, right?
No,
it's
not.
Just us, bro. So we all have to learn how to use our charm and shit like that. But what I was, what I was coming at was like, would you be okay with that?
Right. No,
and it's not like an insecurity thing for me. It's just more of like,
it's a moral high ground.
Eye to eye thing.
It's a moral high ground.
You gotta be my mirror. Yeah. So if I'm not doing it, that's cool. You don't have to be my mirror. You can just go and be somebody else's.
Right.
But when I do find my mirror, I would expect them to be doing the same thing that I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like attracts like, whatever. So, right. Yeah, for sure.
That was a good question though.
I was gonna ask too, like, what do you guys? I'm not trying to like take over, but I was gonna ask, like, what do you guys think about tattoos on the neck and the face and the hands?
I'm with it.
Popular, right?
I'm with it. Some people can pull it off, some people can't. I mean, some look good, some don't.
It's getting popular, bro. I don't think a lot more, man.
I don't think there's an issue with any of that. I enjoy it because it kind of brings it back to like more almost like historical times, you know what I mean? Bringing you back to, because I mean, even on your episode when you were talking about how tattoos used to symbolize a huge meaning when you got them, especially in like Indian tribes and stuff like that. I mean, sacred,
rite of passage.
sacred, you know what I mean? So in that regard, especially when people are doing it for that regard, like this means a lot to me, so I'm getting it in some way. Like I love the idea and I love that. And then there's also obviously the opposite side of the spectrum because it's a double-edged sword. Like when people are getting like gang tattoos and stuff like that on their face that they know that they're going to regret. I mean, that's a whole different story at that point. I mean, remember, dude, like when we were at the Bolo Mall and that dude was just staring at you because he was trying to figure out if you had gang tattoos on your face.
So,
but you know what I'm saying, though? So it's like, and I'm not saying, like, obviously he didn't know you were a tattoo artist. He didn't know who the fuck you were. Like, that's not the issue. Like, there is no issue. I'm just saying that when it comes down to, like, stuff like that, I'm like, everybody can do what they want to do. But me, on a personal level, it's just like, is that worth it? You know what I mean? In that sense. Not the sense of, like, being mistaken identity, but, like, actually, like, getting gang tattoos on your face.
Okay, but, like, at the same time, it's like, the more reality is, bro, like, people are doing what the hell they want to do now. Like,
and that's
people
cool.
Are getting face piercings now. They're dyeing their hair more, okay? And now people are getting more face tattoos, neck tattoos, and hand tattoos.
Yeah.
Visible tattoos, okay?
Well, yeah, it's socially acceptable now.
Not really.
To a point, yeah, it is. I mean, in comparison to 10, 15, 20 years ago, I mean...
No, yes, but in the cities.
Okay.
I'm talking suburbs, which is almost the whole country, right?
Yep.
So, with that being said, like, what are your guys' take on those, like, with people with face tattoos? Because I have, or hand tattoos, because I've seen that people that are even heavily tattooed, they go to small towns, just like, if you're not looking like everybody else, you're a fucking...
Well, you don't even have to have neck or face tattoos to get that look. I mean, I can walk in a store with a sleeveless shirt on, and people are looking at me like, what the fuck was this guy smoking when he got all this shit? I mean, seriously, like, I get that look from people. I get that, like, attention and attraction. And I think it's kind of cool, to be honest with you, because it's like, now you're walking up into a spot, and nobody was paying attention to you, but now everybody's paying attention to you because you're the only person that doesn't look like everybody else, like you were saying. And I think, I don't know, it's kind of like a rush factor for me because, I mean, no matter where I'm going, it's like, I really feel like the eyes are on me. You know what I mean? Before and after this blows up, you know? What about you, Mike? You got tattoos.
I do, and I'm all for visible tattoos. I think they're great, and I think that self-expression, as you said, has really taken off a lot in many different ways. Obviously, we see it everywhere. People leaning into how they feel inside, and I think it's a good thing. As far as being acceptable in a workplace or a professional decision, that's tough.
That's one of the most things that people tell me. I'm like, would you get a face tat? Like, to a lot of my clients, and they're like, yeah, but I can't.
Right.
Because of my job.
Right.
Or because of what I want to do. Or because of college. I'm like, so you want to do something, but you think that what you are going to go into is going to affect that if you get a face tattoo or a hand tattoo. So basically what you're telling me is that you're afraid to be yourself. You don't want to be yourself. You rather sacrifice yourself for somebody else's fucking happiness. That's kind of funny. Because if there is a mammal in you, a boss in you, a lion in you, whatever, a kind of fucking, yeah, right?
Primal.
Like the
Primal.
the Liver King, you know,
can't
whatever.
Can't be subprimal.
Okay, I'm not quoting him, but I'm saying there is a beast in all people, not just men, women too.
Yeah.
You see that in girls and women, and there's women MMA. You know what I mean? Like,
especially mothers.
Yeah. There's beasts in all of us. If you don't connect with that beast sometimes, that you're basically selling out, man.
You're losing yourself.
You're losing yourself, and then you're gonna end up being down the road, just like everybody else, scared and waiting to die.
Right.
Well, it's funny that you mentioned that because it kind of just brought me thinking that, and we're gonna run out of time here soon, but it brings me to think that like so many people base their decisions on what the norm is, and so many people base their decisions on like what other people are gonna think about what they do before they do it. So I just think it's kind of funny that we've kind of just come to a society like this where nobody can make their own decisions and everybody's making their decisions for them.
I think you should do what
You know what I mean, though?
Aleister Crowley said, do as thou wilt. Do what your will wants you to do. Live your life accordingly as to your own gut intuition, because if you don't, you will be subject to everybody else's consciousness and will be a fucking puppet. So it's either you're going to play the game or get played by the fucking game.
Yeah, but how many people are getting played by the game?
A lot.
How many people are? How many people are thinking that they're playing the game?
But luckily,
they're really
we're
getting
living
seduced
in
by
a
the
new
system.
generation right now that people are starting to learn how to become the game.
But see, that's the thing though, because it's a split generation in this new generation. We have part of these people that are hustling and doing all these extra things on different departments to try to make money, and they are being successful in that point. But then we have the other half of the spectrum where they identify as inanimate objects and they're feeling frisky like a toaster or some shit.
I said spare. I will not get anything. Now watch. Law of attraction works.
What's your opinion on crystals, man?
I think that they hold their own energy. Definitely. It's just like anything else.
You believe in crystals and them having a supernatural, not supernatural, but bringing a certain kind of energy to places, especially the size of it?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
When I was in Vegas last, there's a store, I think it was actually in Caesars, they had this giant geo, and it was beautiful. Like I couldn't stop looking at it. And you talk about energy. I mean, I was like just straight up zoned
Attracted
out
to
on
it.
this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I don't
think-
know what it was, but I mean, it's just a gorgeous rock.
I think that when you start talking about like meditation and sage and crystals and all that, again, that's kind of just bringing it back to a historical time. You know what I mean? The stuff that we, excuse me, that we only read about. And I mean, I take it as like the monks that live in the Himalayas or wherever, you know what I mean? How they're able to, through meditation, they're able to control their body temperature. They're able to control, their cognitive ability to the fullest extent. They're able to
Pain resistance.
unlock parts of their brains that the everyday average human just can't. And when you see stuff like that, it just makes me think that anything's possible.
Mind over matter.
I was listening to an episode on YouTube. I don't remember who the guy was, but he was talking about how they did a brain scan on a monk, and who had about 30 years on the cushion.
Was it a vow of silence or no?
He
Yeah,
didn't,
it
he
didn't
didn't
say
get
it,
into
yeah.
that. But this was a seasoned vet meditator
Right.
who could demonstrate control over his brainwaves, basically, and it was a study on getting into the flow state, and they mapped this monk, and they were able to simulate it or shoot it into somebody else's brain, basically the same sort of vibration, and it would resonate, and that learning curve would get cut down considerably, so they could produce the same effects as someone who's been meditating for 30 years in a matter of about 6 weeks.
So what, like artificially?
Yeah, just with technology and recreating that brainwave, and then shooting it into somebody's head.
Wow.
Yeah.
You'll notice like a lot of people nowadays have crystals. A lot of people nowadays do candles and essential oils. It's even getting more common with like just even Febreze has essential oils in it now. Like you can see fucking candles that fucking
Plug into the wall, those plugins and stuff.
like
With
in the
essential
walls
oils.
like lavender. You can even see garbage bags. Got
Well,
lavender
smells
and
smells
like,
affect your mood.
they do.
No, they absolutely do. And I mean, even as simple as if something smells like shit, you're gonna be like, "What the fuck?" Something smells like shit. You know what I mean? And that's gonna completely change your mood in that period of time. It's obviously now your choice on how long that's going to affect your mood. But I mean, it goes to as simple as that, and then obviously more extreme when you start researching like different smells and stuff like that and how it affects your brain.
Yeah, I think people are like starting to try to start really trying to learn how to manifest like their reality, like for sure, and like
looking
candles,
within.
yeah, crystals, shit like that, like can really help.
I
I think personally.
I personally think that anybody that does do research on stuff like that and starts kind of honing in and taking it seriously is kind of like the same effect as somebody waking up in the Truman Show. You know what I mean? Like, okay, well, this has been used for thousands of years, so clearly something works.
Yeah.
And how it was just kind of brushed under the rug for such a long time is just baffling almost.
I think that spirituality is getting fucking crazy. Like, it's getting crazy. Like, I've been tattooing like 18, 19-year-old kids, and they're like, yeah, man, I had an ego death. Like, I took acid, I had an ego death. This shit is crazy. I've heard so many people about having ego deaths and like taking psychedelics, and like I've done it too. Like I've done plenty of psychedelics, and psychedelics have changed my life significantly. So like I think like, bro, we're coming into like the light age right now. Like people are gonna start doing some weird, crazy ass shit. Like motherfuckers are making it like young as fuck. You see like kids growing up doing YouTube videos, becoming stars. Like. Young, bro, like this shit's like crazy, bro. Like even now, like podcasts are taking off. Like everybody got a fucking podcast.
Well, that's because everybody's watching podcasts now.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a long period of time where, because podcasts have been around for a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, even the first time I heard about a podcast was like iTunes podcasts. And I've never listened to podcasts ever.
I don't think people really give a fuck about like Netflix and shit like that no more. I think people watch more YouTube than anything.
Yeah, dude,
I do.
my dad canceled. Well, first of all, I told him to cancel like TV because he doesn't watch TV anyway. I'm like, just have streaming channels at that point because you're gonna pay less for the streaming channels on your Wi-Fi. Yeah. And now he doesn't even watch Netflix or anything like that. He just watches YouTube. That's it.
Yo, you had called me like fucking a year ago. Nah, 2 years ago, dog. You was like, yeah, man, I gotta sleep down on the couch right now because I can't be at my place right now. And I keep fucking waking up to my dad's meditation, fucking guided meditation. That shit scared the shit out of me. And I'm like, really? What was it called? And like, I don't fucking know. And I'm like, bro, was it called the Universal, or it was like The Key to Success by Kelly Howell? And you were like, yeah, and then I was like, dude, I listen to that every morning. I've listened to that for almost 3 years straight, bro, and it's changed my life.
But see, it's crazy though because it's different. What was crazy though is that not only the image that was on the screen, but it was like different tones. Like it was different frequency tones.
It's binaural beats. Binaural beats are known to like.
And I'm sitting there, I wake up from a dead sleep, and I'm like, and I was smoking at the time too, so I was in a haze, and I see this weird picture on the screen and then just these weird frequencies. So obviously it triggered my brain in some way.
Obviously your dad knows this. Like he knows that like law of attraction is real. Like law of attraction is fucking real. And I feel like a lot of people are starting to figure that shit out.
They're waking up.
Well, I mean, my dad's been telling me since I was a little kid, man, that you get painted with the same brush with the people that you hang around. Yeah. And I mean, that's a very simplified way of saying that, like, you hang around people that are not successful, you will not be successful.
Yeah. Straight up, that's why I lost so many fucking friends. That's why I barely have any friends. Now I got all my friends on the fucking hand, bro. Straight up, but I'll tell you what, bro, I'm the most successful I've ever been in my whole life, and I'm only 22, bro, and it's only up from here, bro. Straight up, like, as long as fucking I get the time, bro, as long as I don't fucking go, like, soon, but, like, bro, as long as I get the time, like, bro, I'm gonna keep proving it to myself, not to anybody else, because that's all it's about, bro. Like, just grind on yourself, like, same with Blake. You know, I'm sure same with you, Mike. You just started your own, you know, you got the truck going on, you got your own thing going on, you know. Like Aiden, he young behind the camera, you know, but he getting started on his own path and everything. So like
going to school for acting.
Yeah, I feel like as long as everybody's like really starting to just start to love, like I think like the most important thing, bro, is love yourself, bro. Love yourself, and and it's hard to love yourself, bro. I feel like we all compare ourselves to other people, like especially when it's holidays, right? Like even this Memorial weekend, like I see my neighbors, like, bro, I got a house and all my neighbors are just partying, having little cookouts and shit, and I'm like, damn, bro, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I got a tattoo tomorrow, I got yada yada. So like in my head, I'm like, there's a part of me that's like, damn, I want to be with people right now. I'm jealous, right? Another part of me is like, nah, you'll have your time. Your own time will come. So, like, you got to end up learning how to love yourself. And it's hard to love yourself because I can't say I fully love myself, bro. But I've been working on myself since I was 16. And, like, since I turned 16, I've really been trying my hardest to just, like, be better. Like, you know, because once you're locked up in the house, especially me, I live alone, bro. I'm solo dolo. So
Right.
I, like, really use my comforting mechanisms as, like, friends. You know, like, I need friends. Friends are my family. So, people in general, people need people, bro. We're not supposed to be fucking isolated. You know what I mean?
Wilson.
So we need each other, bro. Without us, bro, we're not surviving. That's the whole reason for money. Money's currency. Money's frequency. Money's energy. When you give something, it's, you know, you get something back, and then yada yada. So yeah, bro, like, loving yourself is important. And I feel like we really are starting to, like, get to that age where motherfuckers really starting to do some shit.
Right.
Like, yeah. And it's crazy because it's so much easier from back then, right? So, yeah. Anyways.
Why do you ask about the crystals, dude?
Oh, dude, I have a lot of crystals in my house.
Mm-hmm.
I do a lot of sage. I do a lot of incense. I do a lot of, like, kind of cleansing rituals, stuff like that, on certain days of the week and days, or more like days of the month. The moon cycles, I watch the moon every day. I'm very particular, like, what day it is, my angel numbers. I have 33 tatted on me. Mm-hmm. I have 777 on me. 777, I tattooed that on me when I was fucking 19 years old. And I was in my room drawing, and I said I wanted to manifest being a tattoo artist. So what I did was I wrote down a whole entire list of things I wanted to manifest by a certain age. And then what I did was at 3 a.m., I burnt it. I burnt it, and I did, like, a little ritual on candles and shit. I won't go too into it, but I did, like, this crazy thing, and basically what it was is I'm programming my mind to move into a ritual, because rituals are what make human beings function. It's been known as since the beginning of times, human beings have been known for rituals.
Oh, yeah.
So rituals program your mind. They can also de-stress you or make you think a certain way. So what I did was I programmed myself into believing that if I did this certain thing, that it was going to work. Yeah. And since I did that, bro,
it created expectancy.
It created expectancy, and it created in my subconscious mind that now I'm allowing it. Plus, on top of that, every day I would fall asleep to these Kelly Howell. I highly recommend Kelly Howell. She helped me so much. She's a millionaire. She's guided meditation. She has binaural frequencies that basically where she talks affirmations into your ear. You can't hear, you can just hear waves. Mm-hmm. I would listen to that at night. I listen to this every day. I meditate every single day, bro. And believe it or not, bro, everything that I had wrote down from that day when I did 777, it was like a ritual. Like I said, I'm going to use these numbers on this certain day and do this at a certain time, and it will fucking come true. And it fucking came true, bro. 3 years later, it came true. And I can't bullshit, bro. Like, law of attraction is real. I used to listen to Tony Robbins. One of the most powerful people that I had was Napoleon Hill. Mm-hmm. Napoleon Hill is a huge influence on my life. But to be real, the one thing that really changed my life that really a lot of people don't know about is Florence Scovel Shinn. Oh, Florence Scovel Shinn is a writer from back in the day. She wrote multiple novels. She wrote The Key to Success. She wrote like 3 different ones, and I've listened to all of them multiple fucking times, bro. Basically, what I do was I had this little thing called pastime. So when I'm getting ready, I'm in the shower, I'm brushing my teeth, I put on Florence Scovel Shinn, and it'd be like chapter 1, it'd be like the law of non-resistance, and then it'd be like, and then it would show you a story. So it'd be like, and then it'd be like the law of giving. So like I think I had talked about this a little bit in my old podcast, like the law of giving. So for an example, the law of giving is more of like what you give, you shall receive. Most people believe, especially pagans, is 3 times. You get that as 3 times back or 3 times whatever. So say you give like, say you're down to your last, right? Okay, you walk to a bar. There's a guy in there. He seems like a nice guy, but he's fucking struggling. Homie seems like he needs some fucking money. He's not even there to drink. He just popped up there, whatever the case may be. This is just an example, okay? You got $200 in your bank account right now, right? Or you got $1,000 in your bank account. You got to pay your rent in 3 days, right? You see this guy. You know he needs the money. He's working his fucking ass off, right? you can tip him. You get this urge, this voice in you that says, give him some money. Give him the money that you got on you right now. You got $100 on you, give it to him. There's that voice in your head that says, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Okay? You give that to him and you overcome that voice and you don't expect shit back, bro. I promise you, whether it's in 3 days when you need to pay your rent, you will fucking figure out how to pay your rent because we are all energy. It's going to fucking happen. You are a part of this fucking universal pull, bro. We all live and die, bro. So, like, no matter what, as long as you believe in yourself, basically, what I'm trying to say is it will come back to you. So, $100 here. Week from now, all of a sudden, you got $500. You got a $500 tip. Something happened. You got a check in the mail. Something happens. And I'm not lying, bro. This happens for fucking real. You can ask Blake. I go out all the time, and I give people stupid fucking amounts of money.
Yeah.
For no fucking reason.
Yeah.
Like, no fucking reason, dog. Like, I literally will get I'll buy a $20 thing, and I'll give them $100-something fucking dollars. I'll just be like, here you go. And they freak the fuck out. And I'm like, here you go, bro. And they're like, why you gotta do? You're not doing it, blah, blah, blah. I just do it. Like it's almost like I just want to do it. You know what I mean? I watch this guy on YouTube, not trying to like take up the whole conversation, but this guy, Steve, will do it. You guys ever seen him?
No.
You never seen him?
No.
This guy, Steve, will do it.
Steve will do it is on, what's it called?
He's from Delp, but Steve will do it basically. He gets all his money, he gambles and stuff like that, and he also makes videos. But now he's making videos of giving like millions of dollars to random people that needs it. Bro, he'll go into like a Burger King and give like somebody like $2,000. Like, bro, wealthy people give money on how they also receive it. Like, yes, you're probably not giving the same amount, but you are giving as you receive. Because if you don't give, bro, you stale or you're stingy and you're like, I need this, I'm holding this, I'm saving. Bro, there's no such thing as saving in the law of attraction. You're going to be fucked. You can save for a rainy day for sure, but just know, now that rainy day is going to come, bud. Because you're expecting the fucking rainy day.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
now it's coming.
So, yeah,
Absolutely.
that's why I use like certain things to basically program my mind. Everything what I do for a living like is a program for sure. Yeah. So that's basically where I was going with the crystals and candles.
No, yeah, that's awesome, man. That's super awesome.
That's a very personal connection.
What about you guys? You guys do anything to make sure that like you're kind of setting your mind right? I know you guys.
Absolutely.
I know you work out, Mike. You work out like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, and when I get in the truck, it's books on tape. I actually just listened to The Game of Life and How to Play it about 4 or 5 times this week.
Oh,
so
my
far.
guy, bro.
So,
my guy, dude.
You know, I always listen to that type of stuff. Bob Proctor. There's a lot. I listen to David Goggins. He's another one that he's like a Zen master that can kill you. So
Yeah, he's a drill
oh,
sergeant.
he's great. He's unlocked a lot of truth through pain and just perseverance and believing in oneself, like you're saying, is so important.
I programmed myself from the Florence Scoble shit like it was crazy. Like, so I recommended that to Blake. I don't know. Did you get into it?
No, I haven't got into it yet. I have read the 48 Laws though. Power.
Yeah, the 48 Laws of Power. 48 Laws of Power. I've read a decent amount of that, but I'm not saying it's wrong. That's by Robert Greene, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely.
There's a couple things in there that are not for
you ever seen
everybody.
The Law of Seduction?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, The Law of Seduction. I've heard that too. That's more of like I wouldn't say that's more of like law of attraction. I feel like that's more of like learning how to overcome and like kind of be boss level shit. Like,
Right.
That's almost like a war tactic, like like how to use chaos to your advantage. Like if that's the kind of person you want to be and you want to will chaos on people, that's totally fine. Like you can get game through chaos or love. Love is everything though. Love is chaos at the same time though. So it's interesting, bro. It's almost like black magic. It's like fucking. It's like this is my will and I'm gonna power that on the people.
Yeah, that's not cool.
A lot of people get successful off it though.
Yeah, they do. They do.
That's what war was founded on, bro.
Me personally, I go to the gym every morning and
But at what cost? That's my point.
At what cost? Exactly.
Yeah.
Everything's got a price.
I go to the gym every morning though, and I'm constantly listening and like just reading educational stuff. I'm constantly just trying to get more informed, and not more informed on like tragedies and stuff like that, but just more informed on how I can better myself.
So I mean, not necessarily like self-help stuff like that, but like I said, I've listened to The Law of Seduction, and
you got crystals though.
I do have a bunch of crystals.
Yeah,
I have a lot of crystals.
Yeah,
I have crystals and I have candles. I have little crystals of like my spirit animals and stuff like that. And, like I read into all that kind of stuff. So I think it's not as much. I really think it's interesting, but I feel like I get a value from it in a positive way, and it makes me just feel better. I don't know.
It does.
I can't really explain like further than that on like my emotion base from it, but just having them and like even like wearing these bracelets and stuff like that, I just feel grounded, and I feel like I don't think the crystals have it's the power that I'm giving the crystals. You know what I mean? I believe that they have an energy and they hone an energy, but I mean it's the power that and the energy that I'm putting into them that's now coming back to me. So that's
one thing you had mentioned, Trevor, was binaural beats, and it reminded me of a book that I read a couple years back. It's called The Journey of Robert Monroe, and he was the guy that came up with the hemisync, so syncing both hemispheres of your brain, and that's what the binaural beats are doing. It's two different frequencies, and they measure and they level each other out.
He probably is excited to get back on the bike.
I am. I can't wait.
Get out of this hot room. Well, thank you guys, Trevor, Mike. This has been an experience. Definitely have to go into this more on another podcast. I'd love for you guys to come back whenever. So, yeah, we'll figure that out. Thank you, everybody, for listening, subscribing, watching, liking. You can find us on almost all the streaming channels, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Twitcher, wherever you get your podcasts. A Dose of Reality is going to be there. Thanks for tuning in, and come back next week for your weekly dose. Much love.
Coming up, guys, and we'll see you soon.
So baby girl, just strip for me and make this night a blast. We been pulling in the sky, put some Marvin Gaye on, set the mood right.